experiences. He literally can build anything when it comes to network marketing, and he's here to guide us and help us. And tonight's call is literally going to be about network marketing, building your business, taking your business global. So I want you guys to go absolutely ape on the chats, and even if it's on the Telegram chats, but type in whichever favorite emoticon resembles you. Type in lots of 111s, lots of energy. I hate Zoom calls, to be honest with you, because I really feel like our team is so loving and there's so much to give, but we can't replicate that on Zoom. But if we express ourselves the right way, we certainly can. So whilst he's making his way up from a live meeting, I want you guys to please drop in lots of 111s, and let's welcome the one and only Sachin Govender.
Pri, thank you so much for the introduction. I genuinely appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. And I know that this call is just so needed and wanted right now in our organization, and especially with where we are and the growth we're having right now. There's different phases in network marketing, and we are probably so close to exploding to another level. We're already growing tremendously, but exploding to another level. And, I know every single one of you guys here today are here for a simple reason, and that's really to gain true freedom in your life, whether it's financial freedom, whether it's time freedom. But really what I want from you before I kick this call off is I want to know from you what is, without looking at anyone else's answer. So there's going to be a lot of people that reply in the chat, but I really don't want you to answer based on their answer. I want you to type out the answer based on what comes to your thoughts or your mind first. What is your definition of freedom? What does freedom mean to you? I want to be able to understand that, because when I do understand that, that's going to be able to be the goal, the target for you. The freedom that you specifically believe you want to be able to accomplish. So Cheryl says, Anusha says generational wealth. Shamim says time. Okay. Cheryl says unlimited income. Pete says lifestyle. Tara says being able to do what you want, whenever you want, with whoever you want, without having to worry about time or money. Basically, that is no worries about time, no worries about money, no worries about choices or someone else choosing for you. Mikhail says, when you do what you want, anytime you want to. And says the ability to live out of my fullest potential. V says independent financially. Shwedan says freedom. Mary says income without having to ask the cost. Anuj says make 100 crore per 25. 100 crore in India is, I'm assuming 1 crore is 1,000, if I'm not mistaken, $1,000. So 100 crore could be about $100,000. Is that correct, Anuj? Stella says financial freedom. Fabian says financial freedom. Leo says freedom to live life on my terms, having the freedom to do whatever I want, whenever I want. Stella says debt-free. Kivesan says independent. Sabina says not to worry about money or time. Leonard says time. Yatunde says financially stable. Dia says debt-free life and inheritance for my daughter. And Nelly says financial freedom, no stress. Okay, another one's Maleka says financial freedom and wealth. So it's going to come in a lot, and I really want you to understand 11 years ago when I joined network marketing, I understood my definition of freedom that very day. Before I accomplished freedom from network marketing, I understood, and by the way, this training is 100% built for the people who are building the business side of iGenius. So when I jumped into the network marketing industry 11 years ago, when I was 18 years old, I literally discovered my personal definition of freedom that very day. 26th April 2012, I sat down and I said, my definition of freedom is being able to do it myself. That was my definition of freedom at that very moment. I was 18 years old. So when I meant do it myself, I meant I wanted to buy my first car myself. I wanted to buy my first home myself. If I wanted to take a holiday, I would do it myself and not being able to rely on parents or grandparents. I wanted to be able to do it myself. And that was my definition of freedom. My friends, when I turned 18 years old, it took me nothing more than 6 months to do everything myself. When I mean do everything myself, I'm not saying I did everything myself. I mean, my parents grew me up with the foundational stuff. My first car, that was mine. I funded it myself 100%. Every single repayment, even the insurance. My second car, my third car, my houses, everything was just pretty much financially was done by me. Till today, financially is done by me. And that was really my definition of freedom. Now, most people would be saying, well, that's insane. At 18 years old, you discovered freedom, and you discovered it through this industry of network marketing. And guys, I'm really going to unfold the blueprint on how I've managed to do $1 billion plus in sales and make millions in commission, millions in income, and become financially free. I really don't know. Okay, now I know a lot of people by 21 years old making $1 million in network marketing, because in fact, I don't think I know, because in iGenius, we have a lot of 19-year-olds and 20-year-olds, but I don't know if we have any 21-year-olds that made $1 million. Probably we do, $1 million. I don't think we have anyone in the company that made $10 million at 24. Not to brag about it, but I did it. I did it at 24 years old. I did $1 billion. $10 million in income. And then I did $1 billion in sales by 25 years old, my organization. So I think I might have the formula. I really do. I really think I do have the formula, but 99% of the people who listen to me today won't do what I tell them. They won't do it. They're not willing to pay the price. They want the results. They want exactly what they wrote with their fingers or their hands when they typed it out, but they're not willing to do that. I can teach you how to be financially free beyond your wildest imagination with this profession called network marketing. I can teach you to go from absolutely nothing to live a dream life. I can teach you to go from where you are to being debt-free, financially free, and being able to discover your definition of freedom. I really can. I know I can. But it's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a lot of work. Two types of work: time and effort. Time and effort. That's the two types of work it's going to be. It's going to be a lot of work. It's what most people aren't willing to do. They're not willing to pay the price of time. They're not willing to pay the price of effort. That's what they're really not willing to do. But they're willing to take the same time and the same effort and invest it into a CEO and work for them. They're willing to take the same time and the same effort and invest it into a degree for 4 years. They're willing to take the same time and the same effort and the same energy to do it to invest it into something that will never create anything along the line of what we have from network marketing. And hear me out here for a moment. Network marketing is really a degree. If you can manage this industry for 4 years and get a degree for 4 years in this profession of network marketing, and you graduate after 4 years, you'll be financially free. If you do what I tell you to do, you'll be financially free. If you go to a job, go to any university in the world, and you study for 4 years, you're not guaranteed to get a job. Neither are you guaranteed to be able to be qualified to get a job. Okay. So I believe if you're writing down notes, the very first thing you really want to write down is this is a degree. And it's going to take you about 4 years to get a degree in anything out there. First year, you're a first year student. You're learning. You walk into a university and you're learning. You really are learning from day one. You're a student. You have the student mentality. I mean, literally more than 50% of first year graduates are unemployed today. And how much does it cost you to study for the first year? $5,000 plus, sometimes even more. If you take into consideration transport and, for the education and for the extra lessons and for the books and all of the stuff combined, way more than that. But you're not willing to be a student in this industry for 4 years. So when I joined this industry in 2012, I sat myself down. I really did. And I made a comparison. I was a D student. D in school stands for dumb. It really does. It stands for dumb. I was a D student. People made me feel like I was never going to become successful. In my mind, I knew I was going to be rich. I knew I was going to be wealthy. I knew it. I just knew what I knew, and no one was qualified to tell me that I wasn't going to be wealthy in life. So I made some comparisons. I wanted to sit there and I wrote down 3 words. And I'm going to be very vulnerable, real, transparent with you. On the 8th of August, 2022, tonight could be the deciding factor that everything changes in your whole life. For those who listen and for those who participate. 3 words: why, how, and now. That's all I wrote down. Why, how, and now. And I literally answered those 3 words. I made a comparison. I said 1 year in network marketing is equivalent to 10 years in corporate. 10 years in corporate. I'll prove it to you very soon. 1 year in network marketing is 10 years in corporate. 10 years. So wherever you are in life right now, if you go out there and you start off by 22 years old to get a job after 4 years of studying from 18 till 22, from 22 to 32, that's 10 years, or 22 to 23, that's 1 extra year in network marketing. So 1 versus 10. 2 years in network marketing is 20 years in corporate. 3 years in network marketing is 30 years in corporate. 4 years in network marketing is 40 years in corporate. So imagine in 40 years, 40, 40. I'm going to do some calculations. It's going to blow a lot of people away today. If you're taking a calculator, if you have a calculator beside you, you do the maths on this. 40 years, okay, if you take 20,000 a day times 365 days times 40, that's 83,200 hours, which is 10,400 days. So if you as an average person is making $1,000 a month, and I know in Africa, you're not making $1,000 a month, the average person, they're making $200 a month. South America, I know they're making about $200 a month. Most countries in Asia, $200, $300 a month if you're lucky. But let's play very conservative. And let's say $1,000 a month is really what you're making. So imagine you work 40 years of your life, you spend 83,200 hours, which is 10,400 days. If you're making $1,000 a month, which is $480,000 after 40 years. If you go legend in this company, the rank that Anthony Napolitano is at today, and you make 500,000 in a single month, what if it took you 10 years to go legend and you made 500,000 in a single month? Was it more worth it than working 40 years of your life to make that 480,000 after 40 years? I want to make sure that comparison doesn't just sit on your heart. It actually hits home. It needs to hit home today, because some of us are just so comfortable thinking. What we have is already freedom. I'm going to repeat everything I just said because it's important. 1 year in network marketing is 10 years in corporate. 2 years in network marketing is 20 years in corporate. 3 years in network marketing is 30 years in corporate. 4 years in network marketing, 40 years in corporate. So if you're working 40 years in corporate, 40 years, so from 22 years old till 62 years old, because you're retired 65, you spend 83,200 hours in your 40-year career. Okay, you're 62 years old today. You spend 10,400 days. And if you're making 1,000, now if you're making 5,000 a month, just times it a month by 5. Just times it a little bit more. But I'm just giving you a conservative number of 1,000, which is $480,000 in 40 years. If you hit Crown, let's just say if you hit Legend, if you hit Crown, you make 100K a month. In 4 months, you're done. You made what you did in 40 years. If you hit Legend, in 1 month, you're done. Even if you hit Platinum Presidential Ambassador and you're making 50K a month, after 1 year, you made more than what you made in 40 years. So was it worth it? I need you to let me know in the chat if you feel it was worth it. So when you're sitting down and you're showing the plan to people and you're explaining to them the presentation, people are already so close-minded. So when you show them a presentation, no matter what you show them, you can show them gold. They're close-minded. What you need to do is you need to open up their mind. And you need to make them understand 40 years is already wasted if you're already focused on that part. We have the solution to do it within 4 years. If you're content with 40 years, go for that route. But if you want to do it here in 4 years and never have to do it ever again, you're done. People hate me outside of our industry because they know what I did in 40 years. I did in 4 years here in this industry. They literally cannot understand. And I'm not the only one hated. Look at any top network marketing in this profession. People cannot fathom how we did not go through the traditional route of life to become successful. Elon Musk didn't go through the traditional route. Warren Buffett didn't go through the traditional route. Bill Gates never go through the traditional route. Richard Branson never go through the traditional route. Bill Gates, all of these guys never go through the traditional route. That's why most people hate them. But the wealthy understand what they've gone through. So I need you to understand, be careful what you wish for, because I promise you, it's going to become a reality. So it's not fun to be the leader, trying to lead for 4 years. But in the end of the game, it's very fun after 4 years that you get 36 years of your life back. You really can live for 36 years of your life. And no one is too late today. Whether you're 40 years old on this call, 50 years old, even 60 years old on this call today, you're not late. You're really not late on this call today. But you need to be able to be the one that says, I am going to lead. Because success does not come from what you occasionally do. It comes from what you consistently do for 4 years. And you will learn more from failure than you really will from success. So when I say those 3 words, why, how, and now, I answered it. Why iGenius? Because we're 1 year compared to 10 years of the corporate world. How? 4 years. I'm going to show you how you're going to get there in 4 years. And now, because no matter what age you are right now, we all have 4 years left in our life that we can pretty much see. It's not guaranteed, but we all believe we're going to be alive for the next 4 years. We all don't believe we're going to be alive for the next 42 years because 40 years, we just don't know what's going to happen. So make the right choices today and build this business. See, with the job, you don't have a choice. you have to be there 5 days a week. With network marketing, you have a choice. You really do have a choice. You have a choice if you want to do a meeting. You have a choice if you don't want to do a meeting. You have a choice if you want to invite someone to a training like this. You don't have a choice. You don't have to invite them if you don't want to. If you don't want to do a one-on-one meeting, you don't have to do it. But in a job, you have to, because if you don't, they'll fire you. And you know what's going to happen? No one's going to pay your bills for you. So today, what I really want to be able to do is, before I get into the technical things, I need us to understand right now that everything I'm teaching you, and I'm about to teach you in this presentation, it goes through these different lanes and these different circles and these different levels. First, it's intention. So if you're going to pick up the phone and call your friend to tonight's presentation with Shwedan and Ann, it needs to be intentional. Like, I need to sit down. I need to go out there and I need to physically take out my names list, my A4 hardcover book. If you don't have one, you need one. I need to get it out. I need to get a pen. I need to take my phone and I need to make the calls. It needs to be intentional that I need to do it in the beginning. I'm going to go do a one-on-one presentation on Zoom tonight or tomorrow or face-to-face. It needs to be intentional in the beginning. I need to jump onto a training like this. It needs to be intentional. After that, it becomes behavior. It's like, okay, Monday, we're on a training, a presentation at this time. And then after that, we're on a training. Okay, Tuesday, Davron's coming up and he's doing a fast start training for all customers. Wednesday, Monday, we got at 1 p.m. EST time, at 7 p.m. EST time, we got Jay Paley talking about crypto, the crypto education. He's going to be talking about crypto talk. So it's a behavior. After you've intentionally jumped on it, becomes a behavior. You know, you just know it needs to be done every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, etc. Then it becomes a habit. You don't need a schedule. It's habitual. It takes 66 days to become anything, to go into the mode of automaticity. Automaticity means your brain does not need to think anymore. It just naturally does. I promise you, I'm already doing this business habitually today. And I love it. It's a habit. It really is a habit. Some people have good habits. Some people have bad habits. Some people are so habitual about their job. I'm habitual about iGenius. You do it long enough, it has to happen. Okay, once it becomes a habit, then you practice it because now you have to physically do it. Then it becomes second nature. And lastly, it's a phase we all aspire to get to. Then it is simply who you are. It just is who you are. Like, you wake up in the morning, you know what you need to do. Like, no one needed to train you to brush your teeth at the age of 20, 30, 40, 50 years old. They taught you in the beginning, and then it became intentional. And then it became a behavior, and then it became a habit, and then it became practice, and then it became second nature, and then you mastered it. So Tony Robbins says, do it once, it's action. Do it twice, it's repetition. But do it a few times, it becomes behavior. And do it multiple months, it becomes a habit. And do it for a year, it becomes a lifestyle. And he says it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently. If you're taking screenshots down or writing notes down, you need to write this down. So if you want to pick up the phone and make the call, it's going to be damn hard on day number 1. If you're planning on showing the presentation, it's going to be damn hard on day 1. If you're planning on following up with someone, it's going to be damn hard on day 1. If you're planning on taking an alert to a signal, it's going to be damn hard on day 1. And then day 2, it's going to become a bit easier when you do it for the second time. And then when you do it a few times, it becomes behavior, natural. And then multiple times, it becomes habitual. And you do it for a lifestyle because after a year, it's natural. And he says it. He says it's not what we do once in a while that shapes our lives. It's what we do consistently. Our job has shaped us. School has shaped us. Our morals has become us. Our foundation has become a part of us. Okay? It really has. So, and that takes me back into going to the practical stuff. So I have this acronym, IPET, 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 invite, present, enroll, train. Invite, present, enroll, train. Okay, invite, present, enroll, train. So I'm going to teach you some inviting scripts today. But before I do, I want you to understand that phone calls are always going to be better than messages. Phone calls are always going to be better than messages. If I'm picking up the phone and I'm calling my friend, it's always going to be better than me physically having to take out my phone and message, because they can't feel my enthusiasm, they can't feel my excitement, they can't feel my energy, and they're buying into what I sound like and not what they're seeing. So people do not buy iGenius. They buy into excitement. And if you say less and you show more, you will win. But if you talk too much, there's no need to show more, because you already did the presentation and they don't want to hear more. Say less, show more. Remember, your role in this in the inviting process is you're the inviter. You're not the presenter. You are the inviter. So the more you say, the less intrigued they are. And the less you say, the more intrigued they are. So you could invite to one out of three places. A Zoom. When I joined Network Marketing 11 years ago, there was no Zoom. It was only face-to-face meetings, one-on-one, group meetings, never Zoom. Now you have, we have a bunch of people from 20 countries on one call. And now it's like insane to be able to do one call and you don't have to leave your house if you don't want to, but everything's right here. So we got Zoom. We have face-to-face meetings, coffee meetings, and lastly, we have live presentations, bigger groups. So we have them all. So you're inviting to one of the three. You need to identify where you're inviting. I'm going to teach you 4 invites today, and you really need to figure out which one works best for you. Which one works best for you today? That's what I need you to figure out, okay? Because when you figure out these 3 or these 4 invites, one of these 4, and you realize which one works best. Okay, I put in number 1 in the chat. Number 1, inviting type. You might take a screenshot of this. If you can copy and paste it as well. Okay. Hey, there's some serious money to be made. And I thought about you first. Do you have access to a PC, laptop, or phone for 20 minutes right now? I'm inviting to the presentation on Zoom. Maybe they say, yes, great. I'm sending you a link right now. I'll call you back after 20 minutes. I put my time on. I know when the video starts. I know when the video finishes. I know how long it takes. I send them the YouTube video of me presenting. I never say, if they say, no, I'm not, I can only do 9 p.m. tonight. Great, I'll call you at 9. Phone you at 9. Hey, Rohan, are you free right now? Yes. Great, I'm sending you a video. I'll call you in 20 minutes. And that's it. That's one way of inviting. Remember, I told you some of you on this call are going to get this thing today and you're going to go win. And some of you on this call today, you're going to say, Sachin, I love everything you spoke about today. I love you, in fact. I love your energy. I love the fact your conviction, your clarity of where you're going. You know what you're going to achieve. But I'm good, man. I'm going to go work for 40 years of my life. I'm good. It might take me 36 more years, but I'm good. If that's you, I get it. And that's why I said, not everyone's going to do what I say, because not everyone's going to win big in life. Because if everyone could do what we said in life, everyone would be successful in life. Every blueprint for success is in the books, audios, and seminars. Books, audios, and seminars. Okay. The second way of how to invite. Put this in the chat. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Second way on how to invite. Inviting type number 2. Hey, I hope you're great. On a scale of 1 to 10 right now, how serious are you about educating yourself, improving your financial literacy level? I'm talking about making, managing, and multiplying your money. And I literally wait for their reply. That's it. Here's the second way of inviting. If I was you, I'd be taking screenshots of this, sharing it in my groups. I'd be saving it on my phone, teaching it to my team that signs up tomorrow or next week. I'd be writing it down. Here's invite number 3. Invite number 3. Invite number 3. Hey, so whatever their name is, maybe I'm inviting Eugene. Eugene, what are you doing right now? Eugene says, Sash, I'm sitting down. How fast can you get in front of a laptop or phone right now? It's a now invite. If I'm inviting Eugene, Eugene, what are you doing right now? Sash, I'm in my car right now. No problem, Eugene. I'll catch you later. Cut the call. You know what Eugene's going to think? Why did Sashin phone me? What is the purpose of him phoning me? And the curiosity is going to start to play. Eugene's going to want to know, and I got him dancing to my music. And I'm not in the begging game anymore. He's begging me for the information that I'm going to share with him. Eugene, what are you doing right now? Sash, I'm in my office. Great. How fast can you get in front of your laptop? Sash, I can get in front of it right now. Eugene, I'm sending you a video link. Watch this. I'll call you back in 20 minutes. I've done this so many times with people. So many times. Invite number 10. Invite number 10. This is if you're inviting invite number 4. If you're inviting someone that's a VIP, to a VIP presentation, maybe to someone big that's presenting, maybe a leader, maybe it's me, maybe it's Anthony, maybe it's whoever. Okay, this is how I invite. Maybe it's a live meeting, maybe it's Zoom. Cheryl, do you know the name Sachin Govender? I need you to drop everything right now. I need you to meet this guy because everything he touches turns to gold. Have you ever shook hands with the millionaire? Well, now is your chance. And you can be more creative on this. If it's a Zoom meeting, Cheryl, have you ever heard the name Sachin Govender? No, Sash, I haven't. I need you to drop everything tonight at this time because I need you to meet this guy virtually on Zoom. Everything he touches turns to gold. And I want you to be able to learn on how he's become a multi-million-dollar earner. And you can use Anthony, you can use anyone because there's a lot of millionaires in our team. Whether it's a product, all our presenters have made money through this industry. You don't have to mention the word millionaire. You can mention, have you ever shook hands with someone who's financially free? Have you ever shook hands with someone who is mentoring thousands of people? And you can edify them. And that's inviting. Less you say, more they want to hear. More you say, less they want to hear. Those 4 scripts, golden. Absolutely golden. Guys, those 4 scripts has made me over $10, $15 million plus in income. If you write the scripts down and if you read, first day, it's going to sound very monotonous and very boring. And then remember, once you do it after 1 year, it's going to become habitual. It's going to become a lifestyle. Now let's talk about presenting, because now after you've invited, I know a lot of people right now aren't motivational speakers, which is good, because we're not looking for motivational speakers. We're looking for people who can lead people to a presentation. That's what we're looking for. And there's a lot of presentations that you can lead them to. Monday, Wednesday, Saturday, Africa and Europe presentation on Zoom. Every day, USA presentation. Asia presentations are going on, India and China. We got presentations happening all over around the world. You want an Italian one, French one, it doesn't matter. We got it, okay? On Zoom itself, sorry, on YouTube itself, we also have, if you go to YouTube and you type in Team Expansion Worldwide and you click the TEX page and you go to playlist and you go to presentation, iGenius full presentation, there's two presentations. There's a product presentation, as you can see, and there's a business presentation, and it's all there. And all you need to do is lead someone to a presentation. That's all you need to do. Okay, guys, your only job in this business, is to get someone to view the presentation. I don't convince people. You should never convince people. I don't beg people. You should never beg people. I have people who join my business today and quit on their dreams because they want to go work for 40 years. That's fine. That's their decision. I have people who join my business and win in my business. But really what we're doing is your only job is to show the information. This is an IQ test. Do you want 40 years to work or do you want 4 years? You choose. Do you want to make money or do you want to watch someone else make money? Our job is we're a financial doctor. We're literally curing the world of a disease called poverty. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. We're a financial doctor. So you're leading them to Zoom, you're leading them to YouTube, or you're leading to a face-to-face coffee meeting, one of the three, or a face-to-face meeting. Remember, no matter how good you are as a speaker, it's a numbers game and a time game. The more numbers you go through and the more time, the longer you do it, the more people you end up closing. I'll prove it to you. Tara, if she's been doing this business for 3 years and she's showing one person every day for 3 years consistently, she paid the price of time, she paid the price of work ethic. It's only a matter of time before people sign up. Her sign-up ratio will go from 10% to 20% to 30% to 40% because she paid the price of time and the price of work ethic. So you present by getting them to watch a video on YouTube or to get them to watch a presentation video on Zoom. If you want to be able to speak, feel free to do so. If you want to download the video from YouTube onto your desktop, you can do that. If you want to save the video on your desktop, ask one of your leaders, speak to one of the leaders. They will get you the download link. You download it to your desktop. You just play the videos. That's it. You want to do some one-on-one meetings, speak to one of your leaders. They're more than happy to do it with you. Now I'm going to switch gears into closing after the presentation. Because remember I told you IPET, invite, present, enroll, train. Inviting, we spoke about. Presenting, we talked about. Enrolling is closing. And training, I'll talk about just now. But let's talk about closing for a moment. Okay. You need to sell the story. Sell the story. Whenever I do a presentation, I sell the fact on why I partnered up with Brian McMillan and why this is the Rolls Royce of financial literacy. And you can mention the story of myself partnering up with Brian and you partnering up with me. Or you can mention you partnering up with a friend and myself. You can share the story. Just share the story. That's it. The story will sell more than the presentation will even sell. At the end of the presentation, you need to be able to make sure you have the prices already saved as a picture on your laptop or your phone. So you got the select, the premium, the elite memberships, and you send them the message and you ask them, are you ready to get started? Which membership fits your budget? Okay. And you always keep up a backup plan, and the backup plan is your three-way call. The backup plan is your mentor, the person who brought you into this business, or their mentor, someone above the line who is willing to jump on a call with you and your guest on WhatsApp or three-way, on phone call or on Zoom to really answer the questions and to close the deal for you. That's what you want to be able to do. And you always want to make sure if you're doing a face-to-face meeting, you get them from that meeting to a Zoom meeting. If you're doing a Zoom meeting, you get them from that meeting to a face-to-face meeting. In sales, you need to get them to see iGenius 2 to 3 times before they join. 2 to 3 times. What if I told you 90% of people don't join on the first time? Which means 10% of the people, if you're really bad, 10% of the people, not really bad. If you're not good at sales, 1 to 10% will join you. 1 to 10%. And remember, you only get good time, effort. You do it long enough and you do the effort long enough, you get good. It moves to 30%. So why do you move from a one-on-one meeting on Zoom to a next second meeting face-to-face? Because when they see it for the second time, they join you. Why do you move from a face-to-face to a Zoom? Because when they see it for the second time, they join you. And that's really the philosophy and the process of making sure we build this business in the way. Who found a lot of value from this call already? We're almost done, but who found a lot of value so far? Drop whatever your notes are. Drop something in the chat below if you found a lot of value from this call. Okay. I'm going to put the recording of this on the Team Expansion Worldwide page, because I think a lot of people definitely need to be able to have access to this. Definitely need to repurpose this with their team. I'm going to show you something right now, which is one of the systems we've designed within our team. Okay. And it's called a boards app. I never get it on day one. I never understood it on day one. But when I understood it, it became an addiction. It really did. It created so much of simplicity. And simplicity helps people grow faster than ever. So I want everyone to download this right now. Download this to your desktop. To your phone. It's got to be to your phone. Has to be to your phone. Whether you have an Android or whether you have a Apple. Let me get it for you right now. Give me 1 second. Okay, I'm dropping it in the chat. Everyone download this. Once you downloaded it, this specific link, it's called Boards. Once you've downloaded it, I need you to quickly comment done in the chat. Done, D-O-N-E, done. Let me know when you're done. Okay, let me know when you're done. Okay, I see some dones. Great work. Keep downloading it, guys. Keep downloading it. Keep downloading it. I'm going to tell you what we're about to do with this right now, so you understand what this is, because this is very powerful. Once you've downloaded it, click done. Everyone click done, D-O-N-E. We've got this in English so far, so if you're an English speaker, this will be very good for you. If you're not English and you maybe Italian or maybe you are Spanish, we're working on those two right now as we speak. Hindi, for the India community, we're doing that as well because they're growing very quickly. Okay. I see more dones. Everyone's cool. Keep it coming, guys. As you've downloaded App Store, Play Store, let me know. Perfect. So once you've downloaded it, quickly doing something for my phone. Drop it done, D-O-N-E, and I'll tell you what we're about to do. We'll also do Portuguese as that grows as well. Play Store, App Store, either one, Play Store, App Store. Okay, everyone should have an app called Boards. Should look like this. Okay, create your own account. If you don't have an account, create an account. If you do have an account, great. Okay. Now there's something, if you're using an Apple, this is what I want you to do. If you're using an Android device, I'll share that with you after. But for Apple, I really want you to do this. I want you to go into settings. Apple, I want you to go into settings. Follow me here for the next 5 seconds. Settings, everyone click, let me write this down in the chat below. So settings, then click on general, then click on keyboard, and then click on keyboards, the first one. And then click on boards, the first one, and make sure you tick or you turn it on. If you don't see boards here, you just click add new keyboard and you type in boards and you physically make sure it's on the bottom there. It should be in the bottom here. So once again, settings, general, keyboards, boards, just make sure that's done. Okay. Once that is done, my friends, I'm going to show you something that's very powerful right now. Very powerful. Let's just say I am going out there today and I am having a conversation with my admin. Okay. I'm having a conversation. I just picked a random number. Okay. Picked a random number here. Yeah, let's do that. When I go to the bottom, right here, there's a little world app, a world emoji right in the bottom. As you can see, right in the bottom of the screen, it says 1, 2, 3, an emoji, smiling face, space, return. Below that, there's a little world. You click on that world. When you go into a message, if you're not an Apple, that's fine. Then you need to go to the Boards app if you're not an Apple. But if you are an Apple, you go to the World app, okay? And you click on, and this should pop up, this little drop-down arrow here. Let's just say I am signing up a friend. I just signed him up right now. I go to my boards app. I click new business builder. And it says step 1, step 2, step 3, step 4. It's already pre-typed for me. I click step 1 and I send it. It's already done. It's already pre-typed. Welcome to the team. Welcome to iGenius. This is the Facebook link. This is the Telegram product info, pioneers, blah, 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 whatever. Done. Let's go to step 2. Okay. Watch this fast start training video. Everything is already pre-typed for you. You don't have to type anything. We've taken the effort and energy away from you, and we'll literally simplified it for you. Let's say you want to show someone the presentation. You go to pre-recorded presentations, and it asks them, are you showing a guest or are you showing a member? A member because they want to watch the business and the product. A guest, if you click on this, that's the link, and they message you once it's done. It's already pre-typed. It's got a whole intro here if you want on who's speaking in the video. You don't have to use it, but it's already there. And I pretty much just send it. Okay, go back. If I'm looking for something else, like if I'm an elite member, all of the stuff is there. If I'm looking at iGenius money making products, I click on that. If I want to talk about the education, if I want to talk about the Forex signals, I want to talk about the binary options, I want to talk about crypto elite, I want to talk about full explanation of all our products, it is all here typed out for you. Everything is typed out for you. If I'm looking for personal development, if I'm looking for a back office tour, it's all typed out for you. If I'm looking for scripts, how to invite, how to close, still have questions, it's already typed out for you. If I go to weekly team calls, I'm promoting tonight's call Monday night. I go to every Monday and I click here and I send. Here's the message with the Zoom code and the time. And here's the picture, generically, the generic one, copy it, and I paste it in the chat. I send it. My friends, what we've done today is we've simplified the system for you to focus your time and your energy on building the business and not on anything else. We've cleared everything for you to make this as easy as 1, 2, 3. There's one more thing I want to show and share with you before I end this call. But before I do that, I have 3 people I want to bring up to speak quickly. They're going to go for 2 minutes each. Okay, because I know they're busy because they got to build their own business. But I really want them to speak quickly. Okay, the very first person I'm going to bring up, she and a boyfriend are actually absolutely crushing it. They all the way from Italy. They hit the rank of global executive, 5,000 points in 7 days, 1 week. They're about to hit the rank of diamond executive. I've known them for 7 years. They're incredible people, very hardworking people. They're in Italy. So they are literally going out there and leading and pioneering their Italy team. They've left their previous company to partner up with us because they saw more potential here. They pioneered their previous company in Italy of 8,000 people in the Italian community in their company. They walked away from that to join us, to launch with us, to work with us. And they're already doing big things already. So I want to be able to call up our very first person. Paola, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, we are here. One moment.
And Francesco is there as well. So I'm going to give the mic to you guys.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi, hello. Thank you so much. First of all, Sachin, we are so grateful to be here with all of you. And I want to say, first of all, invite, present, enroll, and trading. This is my perfect song. So guys, I want to share our story very quickly. We are from Italy, from Pompeii. I don't know if you know, it's near Naples. And we started the business online 5 years ago. Before the business online, I was a babysitter, and Francesco worked in a cantier as a, work in a cantier. And after this, we understand how is working the world of online. So 5 years ago, we start this business. We started in our first company, a travel company, the same company of Sachin Govender. And in that period, we didn't know really well Sachin, but we always watched his work, his leadership, his vibes. He is good vibes. And always we call Sachin and we said, Sachin, please, can you go? Can you come in our team to create a mega Zoom, a mega training, because we need you. So after this first company, we come in another company, the same of Sachin, a company of skincare, but we left this company after 8 months. And we go in another company of education, financial education. We stayed there for maybe 1 year, I think. And when we understand that we need more than only education, and we need signals, we need a product that really works for people, because we know that people want to make money. We understand, and we saw Sachin here in Hygienist, and we said, Sachin, talk about this company, because we want to very understand this. And when I understand the difference, here is more cheaper. There are a lot of service, there are a lot of products, and there are a lot of value. Because guys, I know that in a company, it's very important to share the compensation plan, to share the products, the signals, the alerts are very important. But first of all, for us is important the value of company. And we found here a big value in Sachin, in Matt Mueller, and other people that we met in this world. So we decided to start this business 10 days ago. In 1 week, we achieved global executive. We have 2 accounts, so we achieved global executive in both accounts. Why we achieved this goal? First of all, because we started this business with a goal, okay? We had a goal and we said, okay, in 1 week, we need to do this with our team. And first of all, before we achieve this rank, we work with people of our team. And we said, you need to achieve this goal, you need to achieve this goal, and you need to achieve this goal. We can work together every day. So every day, as Sachin said, we wake up at 6 a.m. And for me, in the past, 6 a.m. was very difficult, but now I need to do trading. So we started our day at 6 a.m. We do trading. After this, formation for ourselves. For example, we saw videos on YouTube, on Bob Proctor, or videos of Sachin. And after this, we go to work with our team. So we organize at Zoom a private presentation, a private follow-up, a private training every single day. Every single day we have maybe 10 private calls with clients, plus a national presentation at 9 p.m. So this global executive, it's not here for magic, no, but it's here because we work it so much. To achieve your goals, you need to work so hard. You need to have a schedule every day. You need to do what is in this schedule every day. So if I need to do today 3 appointments with 3 clients, I need to do 3 appointments. And if the day will end and I will not do these 3 appointments, I need to call some people and I need to do another appointment, because this is very important. Only if you have a discipline in this world, you can achieve everything you want. Because guys, it's a play of number, this work. So more people you will meet during the day, more presentation you will do, more training, more follow-up, more people will join in your team. And remember that this project is amazing because we have the best signals in the world. I have people that in the previous company didn't make $1. And here, from the first day, they make really real money with signals. So we know that the signals, the products work. The company is amazing. We are the first people all over the world to share this. So we need to have a schedule. We need to do a presentation. We need to push a lot. And remember this, guys, we have the promotion now. Do you remember? Write 1 in the chat if you remember this, that now there is a promotion very, very important. You know why the company creates promotion? The company creates promotion to help us in our work, to make more easy our work. So guys, 4 days and the promotion will be end on Friday, on Thursday, I don't remember, but 4 days, 11 of August. So we need to push a lot on this promotion because people can join in iGenius with less money, and of course they will help the triple of value in this company. Less money, more value, and more happiness for everyone. So I'm so happy to be here. I'm so grateful to work very close to Sachin because we know for a lot of years. So this is a dream came true. And I think that if we can work always together, the older people of our team, and if we work with the goals of single people, we will achieve everything, everything that we want in the company. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much, Sashi, and have a good night.
Bye. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that really and truly. Incredible leadership from the two of you guys. And I'm just so excited to be able to see what you guys are doing in Europe and around the world as well. The next person I want to bring up is, I asked Tara because Tara from New York, she's really pushing and creating crazy momentum right now in a team. Tara, can you hear me?
Hi, Sachin. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Awesome.
I think we lost. Okay, now we can hear you clearly.
You can hear me? Wow, it is a pleasure to be on here. I'm so excited. My name is Tara, and I'm from New York. And just a little bit about me. I met Sachin in our previous company, and I always watched him from afar. I've seen what he's done, and I always knew that, you know, he's someone that I would want to follow. So, but I never really got to work with him personally. We weren't in the same team, but I've always watched him. So long story short, May 26th is when I joined iGenius, but it's interesting about what happened right before. So Sachin had reached out to me on May 1st, which was my birthday, and I had just set goals, and I just wanted, if you can see behind me, this is my vision board that I created a month before Sachin reached out to me. And this is not by accident, because sometimes you go through things in life when you think, wow, someone is really, you know, like you might be going through something in life and thinking, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Well, you're not being punished, you're being developed. Over the last year and a half, there's been a lot of things happening in the world. A lot of people have been through stuff. So I was at a point where I made a decision that I was literally disgusted on where I was at in so many areas of my life. And he reached out to me. So when I joined iGenius, I was ready for something. And I said, Sachin is the person that's reaching out to me. I'm not going to waste this opportunity. I am not going to just sit here and let, you know, the Michael Jordan, like if I was a basketball player, I would want Michael Jordan to teach me how to play basketball. Now, Sachin wants to partner up with me. Like, are you kidding me? Like, yes, whatever it is, yes. So I jumped in on the first day. I hit influencer. And then 2 weeks later, I hit executive. And then I hit platinum executive on July 13th. But the reason why I'm excited about this promotion is because if everybody is going to already upgrade and spend the money, why wouldn't you want to save your team $200 or $100 or $50? So I just started calling all of my teammates and saying, hey, you know, this is what's happening. Like, and it's really not a benefit just for me, or it's for everybody. Like, you want to help people save money. You want to help people achieve what you want. And you also have to be the people that you want to attract. So I upgraded to elite myself. I definitely made sacrifices to do that, but I knew that I had to be elite. So that's what I did. And I've just been sharing that. But basically, if the one thing that I would say is that if you work on yourself, everything else will fall into place. Set goals and make sure that you stick to those goals. Track your activity. Exactly the same thing that Sachin said. If I am not a global executive by Thursday, please call me out on it, because I am not playing around with this. And I appreciate you, Sachin. Thank you so much for letting me hop on.
Great stuff, guys. Great stuff, Tara. Appreciate that as well. And lastly, we're going to go all the way to Africa. We have Ann Njogu, who's a global executive chasing down Diamond Executive right now. Ann, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear. Good evening, everybody, and thank you, Sachin, for such a brilliant call. Very, very quickly, I just want to tell you about why I am pushing this so hard. So, first and foremost, my name is Ann Njogu. I'm an attorney. I'm also a serial entrepreneur. Now, for me, the reason why I do what I do in every area of my life is because I would like to be an exemplary example to my children. And I would like to look after my mother, who is aging and now who is unwell. She just got a stroke a couple of weeks ago, got paralyzed on one side. And to imagine that I can not be able to look after my mother would fill me with dread. But let me go back to the original why, my children. You see, I would hate to imagine that I was given the biggest work by my God here on earth, and that is to bring up two adults who will either succeed or fail in their life because of the example that I set. So every time I think about not being an exemplary example to my children, I am filled with just sheer dread, because I would hate to be the stumbling block for these two. So for me, every time I think about it, I am able to jump out of bed or stop what I'm doing if I'm not doing or going towards my goal, which is to be to live my fullest and to live my greatest potential, while setting an exemplary example for my children, while also being able to look after my children. Now, it took a decision for me to be able to say I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of not being the kind of example I wanted for my children. You see, I had been to the top, I had succeeded, I had done great things, but you see, life is very cyclical. And 7 years ago, life found me at a place where I was not happy with where I was. And I could see I was failing. And when you start to see the doubt in your children's eyes, I remember things were so bad for me financially, and my daughter was pleading because we could not be able to, afford the certain things. Even we had to move out of our home to go to a rented house so that we could lease our house to be able to pay the mortgage. And I remember my daughter looking at me and saying, "Mom, why can't we go to a cheaper house?" And because I had, for the longest of time been, had Anthony Robbins as one of my mentors, Anthony Robbins had always said, when things are low, you need to go high. I knew if I went lower than where we were going to end up in the slum. And for me, that was a very big turning point, because I made the decision because I was sick and tired of being sick and tired of where I was stuck, and I have never looked back. And even right now, I'm back to where I am making bigger decisions, because I want to go all the way to Crown Legend. And I don't want to talk about it, but I want you to hold me to account. If I also don't hit global executive, not global, Diamond Executive this week, hold me to account, call me out. Now, the third thing that I knew I had onto my hands, and which I totally attracted to myself, was the power of a mentor like Sachin. I had wanted somebody to be my financial mentor. And yes, I had several, but when Sachin came and shared with me, I knew for sure I was going to make myself light for him to lift me up and to be able to have what it is exactly that Sachin has. And for me, that meant that I had to cut out a lot of stuff. I don't want to tell you my story right now, but you'll not believe when I tell you my story finally of what it is I have had to sacrifice to be able to make the run that I'm currently on. I also, keep to something that Sachin taught me many years ago, and that is make 10 calls every day before 10 o'clock. Whether it is 10 calls to schedule appointments, whether it's 10 calls to schedule, to call your team, basically make sure that make it a habit, make it habitual, as Sachin said this evening. And then, of course, the mindset has to be right and the consistency has to go hand in hand. Now, you see, one of the big decisions I made was to go elite. You cannot build this business and sell the elite package when you're not an elite yourself. Because when you're asked questions, when people ask you, let me see your account, when they ask you, what are you making? When they ask you the bigger questions of what does elite do? Then you cannot be able to answer those questions unless you're an elite member. So guys, I want you, if you're on this call, to go out and take advantage of the promotion, upgrade your membership to elite, because that is the only way you can be able to sell the best membership. And I can tell you, I've seen it with my own eyes. An account that I started on the 9th of May, 2022, from $1,000 to where it has grown to $2,390. For me, you cannot be able to tell this to anybody unless you can be able to show the results. Now, I know that all of us, many times we say what we are going to do and end up not doing it. But I want you to call me out. Why? Because I want to be an example to my team, because again, this is a business you cannot do alone. And unless you are able to do it with your team, you cannot be able to build a big business. So I am also stepping up because I want to be an exemplary example to my team. Thank you so much, Sachin, for giving me these few minutes. I know it's late, and I know we'll continue talking. Thank you and good night, and all the best in your business.
Thank you so much for that, Anne. I appreciate that, and congratulations on hitting Diamond Executive in advance on Thursday. I'm very excited for you. Everyone drop a fire emoji in the comments below if you fired up for Anne. And lastly, before we end off this call, guys, really what we want you to understand is iGenius has made it possible for you to have 4 more days to smash out this. We already only have today being Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, 4 more days, because at Thursday, midnight USA time, this promo is over. It will 100% not be extended, 100%. So I suggested this promotion to Brian McMillan, the owner of iGenius, for our team expansion worldwide. And he said, Sash, you inspired me so much that I want to do this for the whole company. So select members. So if you're in emerging markets like Africa and South America and certain countries in Asia, with this and in South America, the select membership is cheaper there. So there's no promotion already. There's no promotion for us there. So we don't need to worry about, for those markets right now, but for Europe, North America and Oceania, instead of paying $300 for that membership, you're paying $250. So you're saving $50, but the company is not reducing your direct commission. They're not reducing the commissions. They're keeping everything the same. Then you have premium for the whole world, no matter what continent you're from. Premium is $600, okay, which is normally $600, but until Thursday, it's $500. So you're saving $100, and $100 direct commission you still get when you sign someone up. Elite is normally $1,500. You're paying $1,300. So you're saving $200. You're still getting the $200 direct commission. So that is only until Thursday. And lastly, my friends, if you want to upgrade, there's no better time than right now to upgrade. Not because I want you to upgrade, but because if you're upgrading from choice to select, or choice to premium, or choice to premium, or choice to elite, or even select to premium, or select to elite, or premium to elite, that's the savings on the bottom. Whatever you can do, get closer to elite, if not go to elite. By the way, right now as a team, we are working on launching a new community within iGenius only for team expansion worldwide and only for our elite members. This is not open to the iGenius community. This is open to our elite community. We're busy creating it right now. We're going to bring in 1 to 2 new products that are services that help you make money, that we're adding to our ecosystem that we've tested, that's proven, okay, that we will give you more information about, but only for the elite community. And one of them, I promise you, will leave you speechless if you see the returns on that. Then we're going to make sure our elite membership is far beyond just an AI software with Endotech. So we've got 2 new products that we're adding to our ecosystem that is going to really intrude, and it's only going to be open to our community, only Team Expansion Worldwide. So you need to be an elite member, number 1, and you need to be a part of Team Expansion Worldwide, number 2. Even if you are part of the world, you'll never get access to this particular platform. I did private deals with the owner of those services to make sure our team gets direct access to it at a ridiculous rate, at a ridiculous price. There's no extra cost. You won't have to pay for it. It's already going to be free as an elite member. We're just going to keep piling up new products and services. That's our mission and our goal, to refine this whole elite membership to add so much of value where it's going to be a no-brainer to be an elite member. So step 1, go get upgraded to elite. Go to your back office. On the top left, it says upgrade, upgrade. Take a screenshot, go to your Telegram channel, put your confirmation there and say, I am elite. That is the most important thing. And then number 2, you take everything from this call and you take action. I'll put the recording on the YouTube channel. And remember, 99% of the people, they don't do what we say, so they don't get what we have. 40 years, 4 years, your choice. 4 days to go. Let's close out these last 4 days in the promotion and apply IPET. Invite, present, enroll, train. Stay blessed. Let's create history together.